we introduced the concept of globalization. So we don't have the dilemma anymore of global or local. We believe firmly in globalization, and I will define that in a moment. What do we mean by globalization? We also believe in non-linear dynamics. I don't know if you want me to explain that, but it's basically not to continue with bipolar, not to continue with dualistic models, not to continue with frameworks and models and paradigms that are supposed to give us the solutions. What we are proposing here are no solutions. It's only some point of reference for us to move forward. We also work on complexity frameworks and multidisciplinary, multidimensional, and what we call polycentric mind. So we are moving from monocentric mind, meaning it could be Eurocentric, American-centric, Chinese-centric, Indian-centric. We don't believe that is conducive to the better understanding of humans. So the better understanding of human could be developed by polycentric mind. So there was some reference regarding what is the world that we live today. Now the word turbulence is there because it has been very turbulent, yes? But this is the sort of issues that we started to address in our group. The issue of uncertainty, the issue of unpredictability. Here I was talking to a colleague in the room, and the whole purpose of what we've been in this sort of conference, how can we predict the behavior of humans by pigeonholing humans? We believe that it's impossible to predict the behavior of humans. You can predict the behavior by kicking a rock. You kick the rock, you measure and weight the rock, the distance, the force, the mass, and then you can predict what will be the outcome of that. But you kick a dog or you slap a human being, you have no idea how it's going to react. So what have been the solution? We need to monitor constantly the patterns of behavior to see if there is something that we can then control. We believe that is entirely to do with that fact. Measuring and trying to reduce human behavior is a way of human control. Here is a definition of globalization. It's a summary definition for the purpose of this presentation. But basically it's nothing new, as far as we believe. It's the evolutionary historical process of the uneven and combined development of history. The movements of tribes, the movements of people, the movement of civilization through force, through violence, through wars, through peaceful or other means. What is new about globalization is that today this process encompasses with financial system, with technological transfer, with knowledge transfer, with cultural transfer, with taste transfers, and so forth and so on. That's what is new about the so-called globalization. We believe it's a power relation processes. It's always been, in one way or another, and will continue to be a power relationship process. And it's a very dynamic process of power. It's not balanced, it's not symmetrical, and it's not reciprocal. We think that globalization is not static, but it's mostly dynamics. Change and mixes, as it's being called the hybrid culture. The hybrid culture, we use the spaghetti model or the noodles model because we couldn't find other metaphor. Yeah? But you can use any other metaphor you like. Yeah? But we don't think it's just mosaic. Mosaic are separations. Yes? We think it's an integrated system. So, what is the new leader? Not the servant leader, but the new leader. Yesterday, the theme was creativity and innovation. We believe this is nothing to do with the survivals of the fittest. This is yet again to do with the understanding of nature and understanding the humans in the context of nature. In nature, it's not the strongest that survive. It's the one that is adaptable and flexible that really evolve. And this is the one that continue to give the foundation for the next process of evolution. But we believe that adversity and no diversity have more potential to be creative and innovative. So all of us talk about diversity. I don't have time, but I will beg you not to focus on diversity. To learn about diversity, you need to learn about adversity. Most of the scientific creations, most of the scientific development, the contributions to human knowledge have been developed by outcasts, by people that were outcast by the system. Copernicus, all of them. So what we're saying here is that we have to practice freedom in innovation. Currently, innovation and creativity is for the benefit of the few and is controlled. We have to teach business to practice freedom, to give the individual the opportunity to explore, to venture, yes, to be able to learn from the experience and reflect both on success and mistakes. The next generation we need to give them the freedom to make mistakes. So this is what we have agreed between ourselves. Practice, practice, practice. We are practitioners. So these are what we suggest, or what we have agreed between ourselves to move our business forward. These are our principles. I cannot talk too much because my time is over, but definitely these are what we have discussed, this is what we have done, and these are the foundations of our group, and we are very happy to welcome anyone that shares this type of vision to work with us. Thank you.
I was wondering if you could share some of your thoughts and comments after the Reframing Complexity presentation.
Oh, I thought it was extremely interesting. I think it has come at a time when people really are searching for a new way of operating their businesses and looking for, obviously, sustainability, but also checking into the environment. I work a lot in Finland, and what I find is that they have an intuitive and instinctual sense of oneness with nature, with harmony, with group working, and really what Carlos was saying is absolutely spot on. I wish him great success, and I hope I'll be working with him in the future, because this for me has really been a great turn on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought Carlos's approach was very refreshing. It appeals to me because I also see the complexity of different things and the lack of the models which are very linear. So I feel inspired and I can understand his passion. I'm still wondering how I'm going to work with the complexity, because working with people that come from the past in the bipolar world, how can you sell this approach to them without making it clear to their mindset? So I still have questions, and I hope to speak to Carlos over lunchtime and go a bit further into this.
I found it very, his characters, I like the way he presents, and the contents it's well sort of concise and very easy to understand to everybody who is not particularly from the business area, and actually I'm from sort of academic area.
I thought the presentation was absolutely tremendous. I hadn't heard of Carlos before, but I was riveted from start to finish. It was full of energy, very informative, and I just want to hear it all over again, and I'm definitely going to visit his website.